Kwingineko, tume ya kimataifa ya wanasheria ICJ tawi la Kenya imezindua muunganisho wa ripoti yake ya jinsi uchaguzi wa mwaka 2022 ulivyofanyika ili kukuza haki katika uchaguzi na utawala wa sheria nchini Kenya na barani Afrika. Mwenyekiti wa ICJ Kenya Protest Saende, ambaye aliongoza rasmi kuzinduliwa huko, alipongeza waraka huo kama nyenzo muhimu ya kielimu kwa washikadau wote wanaohusika katika usimamizi wa uchaguzi na jinsi wadau mbalimbali ndani ya mfumo wa utatuzi wa migogoro ya uchaguzi walivyoitafsiri na vile kuitumia. Wengine waliohudhuria uzinduzi huo ni jaji wa mahakama ya upeo Daktari Smokin Wanjala, mwenzake Jaji Mohamed Ibrahim na mtaalamu wa masuala ya sheria Luciana Thuo.
Because you get to contribute to a knowledge for allowed. 61% are dismissed.
We organized this to launch the ICJ Kenya Compendium on 2022 elections. Now the Compendium contains select decisions arising from the petitions and cases that were filed in the run-up and after the 2022 general elections and the presidential election. We have put the cases in themes to make it easier to zero in on the particular issues that arose during the electoral dispute processes. And we find that the compendium is useful not only to legal practitioners who argue the election petitions before the courts, but also to judiciary, the judicial officers. As you have seen, we have had two Supreme Court judges who are actively involved on the judiciary side on election petitions and the electoral dispute process.
Third edition of the compendium that I have worked on for ICJ, but it's the fifth in the series. I have been a member of ICJ for a while, but also as an elections practitioner of 12 years standing, I wanted to help the courts make better decisions. And so my work as a researcher is to look into what does the law say, how are the courts interpreting it, and are the courts harmonized in the approach they are taking in interpreting the law. So what I do as a researcher is help the courts to look at the decisions they have made, sort of mirror the decisions to themselves and say, are we moving towards what the Constitution wanted, or are we moving backwards? If there are new areas, can we improve on it? That's what the compendium is about. So when you look at the compendium, you'll get not just a context of the election, but you'll also get an analysis. Where are the areas where we are getting it right since 2013? Where are we getting it wrong? And what are the new areas we should be looking into for 2027?
The point I was making is that in advanced democracies, there are usually, very rarely, disputes that emanate from an electoral process, because the structures, the legal framework, the processes, the political parties are all in place, and each institution plays its role. But in a fragile democracy such as ours, there are certain things that are not adhered to, whatever the lofty provisions in the Constitution. And therefore, it does mean that disputes will emanate from an electoral process.
Na taarifa